Hello everybody out there on YouTube, this is your man Shadicstick and we are back with another Final Fantasy video. And you know, I have someone with me on this video today. Who is it? Oh, it's my boy Ali. Say what's good, Aliahsan.
Hey guys, Aliahsan here, back at it again with another video, along here with Shadic, of course, you know, none other than Shadicstick. We're actually going to be talking about Final Fantasy 15 and Versus 13, which is awesome. I do Final Fantasy 15 content on my channel, so if you want, you could go hop on over there, you know, stay savage, stay savage. Nah, I try to be Shino, but nah, okay, Shadic, just take it away. I messed up, I know.
No, he's going to copyright my channel. Thank you, Ali. Thank you for getting my channel copyright strike. Now I have to go, you know, live on the, you know, streets, you know, get the young YouTube views from, you know, basically making ramen or something on the street. I don't know, but yeah, today we're gonna be talking about.
Bad. Now I feel super bad. Oh, no.
Rip.
You can't stay savage anymore now.
Nah, I can't anymore. That's his thing. Nah, I gotta be Shadic. I gotta stay Shadic. But on the real, anyways, guys, we're gonna be talking about Final Fantasy Versus 13 versus Final Fantasy 15's combat, or you know, its general overall gameplay in this video. Whereas in Ali's video on Ali's channel, we'll be talking about, you know, the story from Versus 13 versus the story from Final Fantasy 15. In the end, I want to just say, you know, make sure you go over to Ali's channel, check him out. He's my boy. He's my Final Fantasy boy, you know, over there in the Final Fantasy community. So, you know, let's get started.
Whipping all this dope up in the trap house. We fuck all you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. They don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trap house.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to be talking about when it comes to the combat is the way Final Fantasy Versus 13 originally played. It originally played like Kingdom Hearts. The game was originally just supposed to play like Kingdom Hearts. They said, oh, it's just edgy Kingdom Hearts. You know what I mean? You know, we got our boy Ignis is supposed to be the good Donald. Pronto's just there. And, you know, Gladio is my boy Goofy, you know. How, you got anything to say on this, Ali?
Nah, that sounds about right, man. I mean, like, if you had to think about it, Ignis is Donald because he does the magic. Gladiolus has to be, you know, Goofy, you know, GG, you know, and they're both big and goofy looking. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but on the real,
stay Shadic.
Stay Shadic. On the real though, the command system, especially in Versus 13, is far different from what we have now. Whereas in Versus 13, it was literally just the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you know, command system where you chose between, you know, your basic attack, your magic, your items, and your summons. And this is interesting because, as we know from the Sky and later, you know, demos, etc., and you know, gameplay we've seen, like, summons don't work like that. They don't work like they do in Kingdom Hearts now. Now they're kind of just, you know, stuff you use at the last minute when you're on your last leg, and it sort of you know, works more as a limit, whereas in Versus 13 it worked as, you know, something you could just do whenever. And I don't know how that would have played out back then. It seems like it would have been kind of, you know, lit. You know, I could just summon Ifrit at will, be like, hey, my boy Ifrit, yo, you know, you need to fade all these guys. Hey, Shiva, you see what you doing, homegirl? What you doing? You need to, you know, just, you know, free some people over here. How do you feel, Ali?
Yeah, considering how similar, you know, Kingdom Hearts and Versus 13 was, because, you know, Tetsuya Nomura was on the helm of that, but we'll get back to that a little bit later on. Seeing the complete, you know, kind of similarities right there, I could absolutely say that, you know, the summon system probably might have taken also, like, you know, a little bit from Kingdom Hearts and everything like that. You know, I really think we've gotten a lot farther within, like, just keeping an original kind of tone with it, because, like, at first it kind of did feel like, you know, Versus 13 was a little bit too much like Kingdom Hearts. Not to say Kingdom Hearts is bad or anything, it's actually a really good system, and I wish they took a little bit more from Kingdom Hearts moving forward, but, you know, also kept an original tone with it as well. But nonetheless, I feel the gameplay, you know, from Versus 13 was definitely something I really enjoyed looking at. But moving forward, just playing, you know, the Platinum demo and everything like that, I definitely kind of like it right now. And from people's experiences, it does sound like it's gotten a lot better since then.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I want to talk about in particular is the combo system, because back then, like I said before, the combo system was you were supposed to be able to change at will in direction, as we saw they carried that out basically for the most part until after the sky. After the sky, you're still able to switch, your weapons or whatever mid combo, but you can press the D-pad to do it, whereas in the sky, you had the press the analog stick in a certain direction, and it wasn't as free as it could be. Whereas in later versions of 15, you had more directional control over combos with your weapons. On top of that, you could switch weapons in the midst of doing something, and you didn't have to use just some weapons only grounded, some weapons only in the air. You aren't as restricted in later versions of the combo system for 15 as you were back in, let's say, like Versus 13, where it was all based on the directional input of the left analog stick. On top of that, the parry and blocking system was more like Kingdom Hearts back then, whereas now it's kind of you're able to hold it, but now like they kind of put a little twist on it where there's a prompt coming up on the screen that tells you're able to parry, versus the old system, which was, like I said, like Kingdom Hearts, where you didn't have any kind of prompt to parry. You just kind of held, defended, and hoped you could do some kind of wake up out of said defense stance. How do you feel about this, Ali?
I mean, I kind of agree where you're coming from. I mean, can you repeat like the last part you said? Because like I think I kind of understand where you're coming from, but I just gotta be sure what you're saying.
Basically, now you just hold a button and it kind of you kind of defend, and then if you want to parry, it pops up on the screen and you parry. But like from earlier versions of the game, it was just it was more like Kingdom Hearts, where it was just the one button tap and your character sits there for like half a second, and if you mess up, you mess up. At the end of the day, you just get bodied.
I mean, moving forward, I mean, like, looking at the parry system and everything right now with Final Fantasy 15, I kind of like the parry system, even compared to something like, say, Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Kingdom Hearts does have its, like, likability ratio, like, pretty good. I mean, like, people like its defend. Like, you just press a button, you tap it, it blocks, everything like that. But, like, I kind of really have to pay respect to the current system at 15. It's pretty complex, but it works. I mean, I've tried it, even in Platinum demo. It works decent, but people have been telling me so much feedback on how it's so much more well implemented moving forward after the Titan demo, after the Gamescom, after the PAX West demo, and everything like that. And it does look a lot smoother. Obviously, it's with the whole button holding thing, people have been complaining about that, saying it's almost automated. And in a way, I have to say, yeah, it does feel automated. But if you want to tap it, you could tap it. I like how Square-ENix gives you the option to do either one, and it's giving power to the players. And I mean, people have to also like look at 13, like, it does feel automated, but it does give you the option. So if you want to play, without like the automated sense, you could. But, the whole idea of just having it automated in the first place, it really pushes away players and saying, oh, wow, you just made it like an easy mode. And I kind of have to say, okay, you know what? Maybe they shouldn't have added like the whole holding idea or like the whole automated idea in the first place, because some people like me are kind of lazy. You know what? It's there. Might as well use it, right? So
Yeah,
it does
exactly.
kind of break the game in a way. But honestly, I think it's still going to be a hard game to play nonetheless, even when you're holding it, because like they make you hold it because you have to be concentrated on the directional buttons to switch weapons up and everything like that. And I don't know, it feels good when I play it, and I have no complaints there. Some people do complain about it, however. How about you?
I feel I like it because, like you said, I don't like focusing on too much at one time, especially in a action RPG like this. Like, it's not like wait mode, which I can't talk about in this video. I'll get triggered. Wait mode. At the end of the day, wait mode is garbage. It's easy mode. That is the true easy mode. But with the holding, I think the main reason they implemented it was so you could switch weapons in combat more freely, and you could use the directional inputs more freely than you could before, saying, let's say, the sky, where the sky you didn't have as much freedom because everything was tied to just the left analog stick rather than just having, you be able to switch your weapons via the D-pad or any kind of trigger like that. And then, putting in the directional inputs or then doing aerials with weapons, it feels a lot more open in like later versions of the game, per se. And on top of that, we have like the teleport system that got added, which, adds on top of this, when you're holding and then you're able to just go over to the next button like that, whereas, you're tapping rapidly, sometimes your hands, automatically go to tapping the next button. So like in the sky, before I knew the holding thing kind of existed, I kept tapping and I would tap X rapidly, so I would waste up all my MP, and I would go into stasis and stuff like that. So I think it's actually kind of good that they added that, because there's a lot happening at one time on the screen when you look at the combat system for Final Fantasy 15. Because like I said before, the weapon change makes that adds a lot. You want options. Sometimes you want different kinds of combos. Sometimes it's better to use some weapons against some enemies and then some weapons against another enemy. You know what I mean? That's really all I have to say, because with the addition of the teleport in the series, it kind of makes it a necessity to have that with the way you are able to teleport. On top of that, the old system was just basic Kingdom Hearts. The teleport system wasn't anywhere near it was. It was just kind of tied to the combos, whereas in this game, you're able to teleport up to safety or teleport somewhere else, or teleport to another enemy on screen. And that's really all I have to say more about it. You have anything else to say, Ali?
I mean, before we, I kind of just like ended off, I think we did for the combat system, for what it is, it does a lot, and you have to understand that even though people compare to Kingdom Hearts and everything like that, you have to understand that the battle system for 15 was created on the basis of what Noctis could do. It's based on the whole concept of him changing with a vast array of weapons, plus the teleporting. Those are two things that, it's integral for playing as Noctis. I mean, obviously, like, the same battle system wouldn't apply to someone that's, just regularly just fighting and stuff and can't teleport and can't, have, like, changing weapons and stuff like that. I mean, just look at, like, Sora, for instance. Like, Sora, he only has Keyblades. He only has, like, Keyblades and stuff. He could have dual Keyblades. There isn't much kind of there. It's like a simpler concept to kind of deal with. That's why the battle system works. It's so fluid, because it's so simple to kind of implement the battle system regarding Sora. But with Noctis, it's a little bit more tough, because he has this teleporting. He has to be able to teleport, like, from building and stuff like that. All this cool, flashy stuff and all that stuff. So when you think about it, put yourself into Bada's shoes. How would you implement a battle system this complex that could do all of this stuff? It's hard. And, I think, I have to give him props for what he did. I mean, everything at the end of the day, whatever we've seen Noctis do in E3 2013, because that's what he promised us. E3 2013, everything you saw in that trailer, we could do right now. And that's what we could do. And then some.
Exactly. All in all, I believe, like, we've had, for the most part, we've had massive upgrades. Even though they've, kind of watered down some things to make, to bring up other things or allow us to have the ability to do separate things other than, just basically mashing circle. I believe that what they've done with the battle system is good, and I would like to see how the original Versus 13 would have played out if we had that battle system. But all in all, I like how it is right now, and the only really gripe I have with it is it's slower than what we've seen, but at the same time it's faster, so I can't complain. This has been your man Shadicstick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my boy Ali's channel. Ali, you got any closing words or statements?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in watching the comparison of story between Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy Versus 13, please hop on by to my channel, where I also talk with Shadicstick on discussing those points. I hope you guys enjoyed this great video between me and Shadicstick regarding the gameplay aspect of things. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated.
This has been your man Shadicstick, and I'm out. Peace. Kiss, kiss.
This time we'll have to join forces.